Welcome back, barbarians. All right, so we're in Conan Exiles. I'm on 3830, it's the main server that I play. It's a PvP official North American server, but we have a lot of different countries playing here. It's been the thing for years on this game. The North American server is almost always more popular with everybody else. 'Cause there are Latin American servers, there's Oceania servers, there's servers to cover mainland Asia and Islander Pacific Island. Uh, there's European servers. It's like there's a server for everybody basically. Funcom does a really good job of making sure that everybody has uh, access. But as was told to me by this one player that I ran into many years ago on another server, my old home base server in 3822, said that I asked him, so if you're all the way out there, why come here and play and have to deal with all that lag? And he was like, yeah, well, the lag's worth it. I mean, the gameplay is much better out here. Out here, we can actually, my group can actually build, and we don't have to worry about somebody, tearing our shit down every weekend. I says, oh, well, you haven't played here long enough. At the time, we had a Facebook group that was playing, and they were running in circuits basically. So it's like uh, when one group was able to log on for the day or so, another couple groups would come in instead. And for a little while, for about a week, um, the players that I played with and I couldn't log on to the server because it was crowded out by this group. And I guess that's what they interpreted the dominate mandate. The dominate, builds, the survive, build, and dominate is what the opening splash was for the game. And so, yeah, apparently that's what they interpreted that particular uh, uh, theme supposed to be. So, yeah, they did a good job. It was fun. Early days of Conan was very wild, very weird. Uh, these days, it's kind of like it's a crapshoot. You get groups that come in all hot and bothered, especially on this server, and within about a week or so, it seems like they settle down for some reason. I don't really play with anybody here. This is pretty much a solo server, but I like running around and exploring and seeing what people build. And it's fun. I mean, that's basically my main thing. And I know I could probably get that all on a PVE server, but there's always this. But I've got some friends who are basically connected still to this server, but they've been offline for so long that their avatars have basically gone into storage or whatever. I really don't know how long you can have a character attached to a server before the admins just basically remove you completely. But yeah, so I stay here because I've got friends who might be coming back. They have a seasonal play schedule. They come back around the early part of the year. They'll play until about summer, and then there's another group that comes in around summer and we'll play till about the later part of fall. Um, Christmas time is pretty quiet for the most part here. It's a good time to come out and explore, take a look around. And like I said, I enjoy the PvP server because, first of all, uh, every now and then there is a cleansing. I wouldn't call it a purge, but there is a definite cleansing, and that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun to survive that. Uh, and it's like I say, weirdly survive it because it's not like, come on, man, I'm trying to getting dominated by my own inventory. Yeah, well, early days of the game, uh, I was building like crazy all up and down Nude River, just kind of like trying to find a spot that I felt was going to be viable for me. And I was having some serious problems with the placing of a roof tile. My son was watching me. He kind of laughed a little bit. Says, hey, Dad, you get dominated by that roof tile. And this was before we had construction hammers, and before we went ahead and I mean not before construction hammers, before we had building hammers. I said building hammers. Yeah, is it? Yeah, before we had no, it's a construction hammer. What is this? Repair hammer. That's right. We only had repair hammers. We didn't have all the other goofy stuff. Um, and you could pre-make your building pieces. Uh, but once they were placed, that was pretty much it. You couldn't like remove them and get the materials back. You got some materials back, but not all of it. There wasn't a complete return investment. This game is really cool that way. I do play this a lot more than I play Minecraft, although I spend more time in Minecraft. Minecraft has, you have to be present in order to continue crafting. So if I'm like, smelting a bunch of iron or something, I've got to be there in order for that to happen. And that's kind of like most times I will just, oh, those hyenas, fuck me. I hate hyenas. Yeah, we don't care. Let's go ahead and make some tools real quick here. So yeah, I'm basically just running around scouting and being goofy, having fun, and it's good enough for me. You know, I don't. I used to PvP a lot. I used to raid a lot. Uh, I used to PvP a lot. I used to raid a lot. I'd be playing till the break of day. Solo suicide bombs out of a vault. It was fun, and that's the way I played. But oh, I got bored of it super fast. You see, there was just no real ends to a means. Yeah, it's in the title, man. I am what I say I am on the tin. Artist and a poet. Not the best. Otherwise, I'd probably be working on a commission right now instead of farting around this morning. It is fucking early for me. Traditionally, not an early morning player like this. At least I haven't been in a very long time. Yeah, there we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's get some hide. Oh, we got reptile hide. Oh, we got some bigger too. See, yeah. Anyway, so what am I doing out here? Just checking some spots, seeing what the server's doing. We've got a couple of groups. Again, like I said, most people that come into the server, they see how open it is, meaning that there's so many spots available, and immediately just sprawl out. I mean, what are you going to do? You're leveling up, You want to, and leveling up, you can level the fastest by building and fighting enemies, NPCs, really. I don't think you get XP for killing players. I don't know if you ever really did. It never felt like you did. But so yeah, they come in, they blow up all over the server, and then sometimes they'll leave that stuff up, and then it'll start to decay and everything. Um, and then other times, they'll most times they'll just consolidate back. Uh, and if two or more aggro groups show up, then we get a full fucking war on the server. Pretty much everybody locks shit down. You can almost kind of get a vibe, honestly, from the way everybody's building. Mostly, it's evidenced by the amount of open map rooms. And today, I'm not finding very many open map rooms except around Noob River. Uh, so the key points where people are securing their holdings seem to be locked down pretty good. This is not necessarily a key point here. So because they got their crafting stations out in the open still. This is kind of just some little farming base for them. Who is this? This is Stoneman. It's one of the groups that came in a little while ago. I didn't know. Now, to be fair, I'm not a legacy player on this server. I was an immigrant, or I should say a transplant. 3822 was deemed not active enough to have Funcom maintain it, so everybody who was playing there, including people who were AFK, or body vaulting, if you will, got moved over. So that's what happened to me in the group I used to play with. I had built over there on those ruins, right back on the horizon. It was really nice. I was there for a little while. I collected a shit ton of weapons for my followers. Nothing, special or major. I don't really chase legendary gear. I have been playing this game since launch on PlayStation 4, way back in May of, I can't remember what year now. And, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And honestly, apart from a solo PvE game that I played, offline, which of course you can access admin controls. I've never learned. My characters have never learned the Silent Legion recipe. I have owned numerous sets of Silent Legion. Some I have recovered from abandoned bases. Others I won from combat. Uh, and then others have been gifted to me by allies. You know, uh, server buddies, I guess you can really say is what they are. We're not friends. I don't know how they take their coffee. They don't know how I take my coffee. Uh, that's kind of my benchmark for you're a friend, you're a buddy of somebody if you get along with them and pretty much kind of stay out of each other's way when you're playing in a game, or you cooperate from time to time by resource sharing, or in the case of Conan Exiles, helping out with the war effort. I am a bad PvP player, honestly. I've never. Oh wow, Shattered Basin. I haven't discovered this yet. To be fair, this is a recent character. Recent in the fact that I've only had it on the server for about a year. This is a rebuild. Um, I had an older character here, two older characters here. One I accidentally recreated, and the other one I deliberately recreated as a way to quickly dismantle all my holdings so that enemies could not claim the resources to bolster their effort against my allies. Um, but yeah, at that time, and the only reason why I recreate a character now is because if I've sprawled the server, if I have more than five large holdings, whoa, those guys are followers, aren't they? Are they followers? What the fuck is going on here? I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. And then he's just gone. I think those were. I think there was a tavern here at one time. Oh, there's a base. Okay. So this is a base. I guess somebody's. Is it despawning? I don't think so, but we're gonna find out here in a couple seconds. Nope, this is Stoneman. They're still active. Yeah, see, Stoneman have built all over the place. I think it's because they're actually playing the game. The game per se. I don't like using that word too much, but it's kind of applicable here. The game is survive, build, dominate, and then bracelet. So that's the game. And then when I say bracelet, in case you don't know, it means collecting these different artifacts to combine them into making another artifact, which you then can use to remove your bracelet, so your character gets to walk out past the green wall or the ghost fence. Wow, they really built here. This is either under construction or recently bombed. Whoa, I'm going to say under construction. I haven't had anybody tell me we've gone to war yet. So yeah, I have a couple of allies here, and they'll always notify me. It says, "Hey, lock it down. We're going to war," kind of situation. Uh, but so far, I haven't received any notifications. So either it's a localized beef between two different groups that are apart from the my allies and I, or there's it's relative peace, which is fine. I like that. Like I said, I mean, I'm here because I've got some, buddies who show up from time to time. We play together. I'm familiar with the groups that have come back and gone, and I know they'll return. Plus, I'm just tired of building a new character. So yeah, I'm not sprawled all over the map. I only have a couple of spots that I'm, entertaining or hosting, I would say, really. And yeah, spend most of my time just wandering the wilds, checking things out, taking the time to discover the things that I haven't discovered yet, apparently, since my last rebuild of this character. And in spite of the fact that this is the same old map that it's always been, every now and then it feels different. It feels like there's something more than there was before. And that's not just because players have built or players have, let places go. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. Let's get some berries on this one up here. It's really, I don't need to do that. Let's, we've got some flesh. So, have enough to make a campfire? No, I gotta get some wood. Alright, so I'm gonna bop off. This should give me some for a campfire. Yep. Uh, Early game in Conan, getting raided down to the desert, or basically, as we used to say it, thrown into the ice, into the Stone Age, going back to the Stone Age. Uh, it was pretty much, depending on how much time you had already invested, it was pretty much game done. People didn't want to, uh, a lot of people would queue out of the game, uh, and that was fine. You know, I always felt a little bit, I always felt a little bit bad for them because, like I said, I mean, if I get to a point where you know, uh, the adversaries on the game on the server are super aggressive and just really kind of just won't let up. Uh, the first thing I'll do is I'll try to build some forward operating bases as bait, see what happens, see who attacks, make a note, uh, and then either just leave those bases up every now and then, just kind of rebuild them. Back in the day, before the living villages, where you could disable thralls from activating your crafting stations, you always had to be concerned about where you put your blacksmith's table and your skinners, your tanners, your blacksmiths, and your carpenters, especially if you were producing all the time, because those noises could be heard as far as away as 4 or 5 foundations. A lot of people would scout bases specifically by climbing up to the top floors or trying to get as to the center of the base as possible, relatively speaking, from outside. Then listen very carefully for, you know, workshop noises, and depending on how loud that was or how many you can pick out, would determine whether or not you'd get attacked. So I'd grab some cheap ass crafters, buy them from Buccaneer Bay, or uh, you know club them from the NPC camps around the river, and just set up anything. And basically it would just be I would just basically draw people out, see who would attack, and then again, like I said, make a note of that, and then go find their base. And oftentimes I am working with another group or two, and so we'd coordinate and go ahead and start taking care of business. And again, those are my early years of playing the game, and I mean, yeah, I think 3822 became basically a ghost town. I realized that playing this game, having PvP isn't the whole end all be all of the experience. That a lot of what's inferred in the survive, build, and dominate, it's really more about you've got to survive the PvP experience. In other words, is your resolve strong enough that regardless of how many times you've been wiped, you keep playing and keep coming back and stay on the server. Uh, you rebuild constantly. I mean, this game is really great because you can rebuild, and now at the present time, you can rebuild almost overnight. If you have, if you've been wiped to the desert, it might take you a little bit, but so long as your character still has all of their skills and stuff. I mean, there's yet to be a mechanic in the game that is going to strip you of your skills. That would be kind of BS. I remember vampires back in the early days of D&D when I used to play that a lot. There was yeah, getting hit by a vampire. Actually, you can lose player levels, character levels, and that was BS. But it put the fear of something dark and immensely evil into your brain at a time when monsters were for the most part evil. There was no sympathy. Ooh, I just ate raw. I just ate raw food. Damn it! Trying to put it in my inventory. So nowadays, I think you can actually play a vampire in D&D. Things like, I don't think it has to be with Curse of Strahd or anything. Oh, let's see. I should probably make a repair hammer so I can read the building. I'm pretty sure this is going to be stone. Might be somebody else. But, I mean, Stonemen are the group right now that's building all over the place. Yep, Stonemen. I wonder what spot this was. It's near the aqueduct. They're definitely building to prevent people from exploring over their base, that is. Which is, I mean, fair. I don't know. I mean, I thought there were land claim limits on the server, but apparently there's not. Okay. Oh, I'm not in the mood. I've already got enough pig. I've already got enough flesh to carry me all the way out to the mountains. There's a wolf. Hey, Wolfie. Must have been recently fed wolf because he didn't have any interest in me. I used to build out here quite a bit. When I say build, I'm not talking like massive sprawling bases like you've been seeing on the server here. When I say build, I mean like I'll build up a single pylon or columns or whatever you want to call it. Uh, most of my stuff will be pretty tight, easily defendable, but also easily raidable if I'm not there. That's the big problem for me, is that a lot of times when I get raided, I'm offline. I'll sign on about 2 a.m. because I get up in the middle of the night for whatever reasons. And at my age right now, it's to pee. But, you know, I've always been a biphasic sleeper. Regardless of what time I go to bed, I'm awake at 3:30, 4 o'clock, which I think they call it the watch, that period of time at early pre-dawn kind of stuff. And I'll stay up for an hour or two, and then I'll crash down for another 3 or 4 hours, and then get up and be like, "Fuck yeah, hit the day." But oh, I'm gonna go check over here. Some people build up that back way. I know they're still there. Um, so yeah, about once a week I'll do this. I'll spawn out, no gear whatsoever, and just kind of build as I walk, build up my inventory as I walk through. Still after me? Nope. It's just fighting the stag now. Should be near Asgarth. Yep. 3822, this is where my son and I built one of our largest bases ever, which honestly was about oh, a little less than 4 times this size here. I'm not kidding. That's a lot for us, for me. Uh, and it really it evolved because originally I was building sprawls. Stone in again. Uh, I was building sprawls, but I found that they were too hard to manage as a single player and too big of a target for aggressive groups. So I started decentralizing my craft stations, building specifically just for them, making sure that all my crafters were taken off their benches before I signed out, so there was no ambient noise coming out of my base when I wasn't on. I would still get looted, I'd still get raided, uh, but eventually, I think, on 3822, the word got around that I played very close to the resources. I didn't want to have, a ton of fucking, inventory because I didn't really need much. I mean, I have not really been interested in doing dungeons. I've done a couple already. I think I did the wine cellar on a offline game just to kind of explore it. Couldn't figure it out. I don't feel like sitting down and watching videos for it because it's just I've kind of gone past that point in my play style. This is typically a pretty big spot for people to build in. Great Dam. Oh wow, I haven't been out here actually. That's bullshit though, because I've been to that tower. Well, maybe not with this character. Again, I forgot. Yeah, yep, here we go. I know who this is. Well, maybe it's not. They normally build all the way down into the base. Those will be NPCs. I don't think you're allowed to build out that way. I built on top of all that thing once before. On this server, too. I had that entire top area. And originally, I was going to go ahead and build a series of elevators all the way out to that side, too. But I never really got around to it. Yeah, Avengers. Yep. It's nice. Somebody bought the DLCs or the expansion packs. Yeah, yeah. So cool. Oh, that must be their tavern. Um, yeah. Cool. They got a double door. Okay. So that's that. Let's go see if anybody's up at God's Claw. I'm not equipped to go across the lake or the river or whatever this is. Pretty sure it's the lake. Yeah, it's the lake. Um, not equipped to go into the frost area, so I'm not going to bother with that yet. Which actually do I have? I don't know. I might be able to build some. I might be able to craft some rudimentary fur armor. Do I want to put the effort into it? Let me see. I did think I heard. Thought I heard an elf. Did somebody kill this? Oh yeah. Well, waste not, want not. Cool. Okay. Um, bring it around this way. I've seen lots of people build on this little precipice too. There's lots of great places to build out here. I haven't played on Sipta in a long time. I'm thinking about actually going ahead and actually building a character out there, but I might have someone out there already. And that's what happens is that typically at this time of the year when things are quieting down until, winter break hits and all the schools get out, colleges, uh, I'll go off and I'll explore other servers just to kind of see, what's going on. Find some backup places to play in case I have to lock things down on my base server. There was a time when I had upwards of. Oh, I've built in here before. I actually had a functioning base in here. Again, back in the day when where you pre-crafted everything, uh, and then for a short time when you can pick up and move crafting stations, you can carry them around in your inventory. But that was also at the time where you had to have encumbrance armor. Excuse me, and put everything into stamina to carry it. Oh, see, somebody's built here. Who's this? Solito. It's decayed. Oh, I don't think I've actually ever seen these guys before. Well, curiosity. Not worth it. Let's see how long it's got. Whoopsie. Oh, they're on their last 2 days. Hmm. Solo, right? Is that what that means? I guess they came out here to scout, see if there was anything worth attacking, or maybe they were just looking for a place to hang out, play still, keep their skills fresh while they were waiting for their home server to cool down. It's always options. All right, he's got a pike, so I don't want to deal with that. Here we go. Come on. I wonder who this is. Well, whoever it is, they're not about to let doors get in the way. Are we done? You're gonna keep fighting me? Uh, okay, just want to get onto a flat surface. Yeah, building under the bridge is pretty meta or traditional. Asian booty. That's the other group. Most everybody here on the server is getting along with each other, and I like that. That's cool. So, like I was mentioning, oh, here's the rest of their base. Wow, cool. Look at that. They're just kind of like, wow, that is really cool. That is definitely an anti-raid base. Oh, wait. Thought I heard something. Okay, let me just do this. This is silly. Thought I heard hammers. It doesn't look like they got raided. I think this might be a progress. No, it looks like they got hit. Let's check it out. No, yeah, that's just natural decay. Yeah, that's all environmental. Yeah, that's just environmental stuff. I don't think that's actually bomb damage. If it was a god attack, there would be very much standing to begin with. So it wasn't that. That's just, project base that kind of just sat there, I guess. God's Claw is a good place to build out. Lots of people build out here. Rock nose. I'm gonna go pop the hill over here and see what's on the other side. Now I've built out here too. I have pretty much built almost everywhere on this map. I think there's. I haven't built. Yeah, no, I've built in the volcano too. Yeah, I've built in the volcano. When I was part of a clan for a little bit, uh, I was in charge of the volcano base. I remember that. I built out there quite a bit. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to think of the places that I haven't built in. I don't think I've built. There's a ridge, a bunch of stone ridges out here. Yeah, I haven't built in the Red Mountains. I don't think I've ever built out here. I've been part of a clan that had a base right here and would be there, working and repairing, but never built anywhere along here. I've built around in here, down in here, all around in here. Fucking hey, dude, all over this area. Yeah, it's the. I've actually had a couple of bases up here near the Frost Keep. But yeah, we built right out here. Uh, yeah. Terrace of Embers or whatever, Terrace of Tenders. I like most about this game is that it doesn't require a shit ton of platforming. But, it does scratch my itch to climb things. And the environments are just really cool. It's got that nice ambience to it. Scoring is amazing. I bought the physical collector's edition. This game came out for PlayStation. And, yes, uh, it did come with not only the Conan Exile soundtrack, but the Age of Conan soundtrack as well. And both of them are just fucking cool. Just really awesome. Built around here before. Now, I have not actually. I'm coming up on a base that I want to check on, just for the giggles. they still show that they have their temple here at the crevice. The crevice is a totally meta base. Now, this particular group did attack me. I don't know what their deal was. According to my allies, they were told that I was, that I was an ally. Uh, but they still went ahead and cracked my base and killed a bunch of my followers and stole a bunch of my crafters and materials. And then about a week later, uh, my allies come up to me and give me basically two-thirds of the stuff back. The third that they couldn't give back, of course, was you know my named thralls that I had collected. This was before the taverns, uh, before I had access to taverns, because I did not do purges. I did not get tavern purges. Yeah, they're still around. They just reset their timers recently. Oh, this is a tavern merchant who's, I think, right? I wish repair hammers would let you know if this was an NPC or not. I guess the only way I could really tell is if I kick it. No, I guess it might. Yeah, it must be a tavern attendant. They can't get in, of course, because these guys have built all over this crevice with these Nemodian, Nemidian Nemodian. Nemodians are from Star Wars. Nemidian spire roofs or peaked roof, which is nice because it's a fuck ton bitch and a half to fucking crawl over, and still provides the same hit points as any other roof. But it's more about the fact that it's a pain in the ass to place bombs on, and it's a pain in the ass to crawl across. So I think I'm heading in the right direction. Yeah, we're getting close. Just gonna follow the foothills here. Check the mounds of the dead. See what's going on out there. Yeah, my old style would have been anything that was decayed. Yep, Stoneman also. Um, Still out there and active? Yeah. Uh, yeah, I used to be a bit of a shit. I'll be honest. If it was a decayed door or if it was a shit shack and available, uh, I'd break in, take what I wanted, and then basically dump the rest, leave nothing behind. And I did that. I mean, I thought that's how you played these kinds of games. And then I ran into this group, uh, this clan that I joined, and through playing with them and understanding and connecting with the idea that they all came out to this game because they were fans of the franchise Conan, Robert E. Howard's Conan, and we connected over that. We built the game, our game, on that. And so when we did get groups that came in to try to take over the server, as it was implied many times then, um, you know, pulling together with other allies in the server, we were able to we were able to withstand it. We survived them and kept building, and that's what we did. We didn't dominate the server as in like take it completely over and wouldn't allow anybody else to build anywhere. Dominated the server in that we kept a culture alive here for a long time. But I think COVID really kind of pulled a lot of the gaming groups, which is strange because at the same time that I was watching survival game groups kind of whittle down, uh, I was also seeing a lot of BTT RPG groups rising up. Fifth edition got a major fucking D&D, that is, got a major fucking jump on the market through COVID because people were stuck inside. They needed social interaction, and although you can get plenty of social action with with an online game like Conan Exiles, it's not the same as direct verbal communication, and that's not always a possibility, I guess, in Conan. I don't know. It's kind of weird, huh? Isn't it? Doesn't make sense to me. Really, I think what it came down to is that people just found other games to play. You know, oh, this is this is an unknown group, and they're not online. Let's find out how old they are. Shit. Decays in 9 hours? You kidding me? No, it's not bad enough. Well, let's see. How far back did they go? If a base despawns in front of me, yeah, I'll pick up loot if I can. But otherwise, don't really feel the value in it anymore. There's very little anybody has in this game that I would even find of any use, mainly because, of how I play and what I'm looking to get out of the game. Uh, Conan has an end game only if you wanted to. And that's a cool thing. It's kind of like with D&D. For the longest time, I struggled with the idea. This is all the way back in the Mold-Bay Basic Rules era. This is when I joined the game. For the longest time, I struggled with the idea of winning and losing in D&D. And I realized by the time I got hold of the Advanced Dungeon Master's Guide that there was no winning or losing in D&D, just like there's really no actual winning or losing in life. You set your goals and you try to achieve them, and if you achieve them, then you win. If you don't, then you keep going until you do achieve them. Um, and I guess I don't know, dying in D&D is really the only way you lose D&D. Just but then again, it's like it's with later additions and expansions, even death was not the end. Uh, there were lots of games, that were out there that played, an afterlife kind of scenario. So this must have been a camp. Nope, that's an actual fighter. Yeah, that's an actual fighter too. Who is this?
Whimper in terror, fool!
I don't remember these guys being around. Did I get shot? No, I did not get shot. These guys don't have bows, so I don't know what the hell happened. I just got to the top and fell. Oh, nope, there's a bow. No! Okay. And this is the other thing I wanted to point out. There's no reason for people to kill your followers if they break into your base. If your followers are set to aggro you, like these guys are, I mean, think of it. The average base that I raided had about that many fighters in it. So it's like, ooh, I got crippled. That's a bad thing. Oh, so the den did extend itself out this way. That's kind of cool. Ooh, we are close to... Yeah, see, look at that. Got all the way through, blah, blah, blah. This is an NPC camp. Oh, fudge me. There we go. Prize! Ooh, might be dying. I haven't made any aloe vera yet, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. What the hell is this shit? Oh, this is new. Oh, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't think I wanted to deal with this. Oh, what the fuck? I'm out of aggro, so... No, I am not out of aggro. Did somebody add these? Are these a thing? Oh, I got all kinds of monsters on my ass now. Wow. I haven't been out here in a couple weeks, actually. So, fucking only knows. Hell. Always bigger fish. I just wanted to see a little saggy balls over here. Let's get some aloe built. Oh, it's still here. It's still coming at me. Oh shit, shithole fuck. Oh, it's damaged. I don't know. Let's see. Can I kill this? Ooh. No, I don't want to do that. I could probably hit this with some heavier gear. Oh wow. Okay. Jeez. This is weird. Can I stun lock it? Oh fuck. I think I'm gonna die here. Nope, I'm dying. Oh well, now at least I'll find out what killed me. Ah, anyway, thanks for hanging out, kids. That'll do for now.